Hello, 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 and welcome to our Tuesday night together, Crafting Cuties. It is so good to see you guys. I'm Suzanne Runyon. I'm a host here at HSN, and in case you happen to be new to the show. So let me explain what Tuesday night is, because it's really cool. We get together and we're real creative. It is wildly different than what we do on the air, i.e., I have lazy hair tonight. I decided to braid my hair because I didn't want to curl it. You all understand. But what's really neat about this show, it's very, very different than what we do on the air. On the air, we have very little time, and personally, as you know, if you watch us a lot, we tend to have to kind of roll through crafting stuff, especially pretty quick. What I love about this show is we really take our time and we really walk through things so you can get a good look at it. You are a huge part of it, though. You guys are everything that counts about this. And we always have hundreds of you join me every single week. And I love your comments and sayings, and people are very funny, and we just talk about things and crafting and ideas. And I also I encourage you to ask questions from the guest if you'd like to as well. So, you know, it's a really, really good time. Now, tonight, I'm going to call this tonight Technique Tuesday. So part of the show, we've got a really cool thing from Tonic Studios we're going to get into. But then after that, we're going to do a technique section. And that's another thing I love about this, because we can really talk techniques and maybe learn a few ideas you might not have thought about before on something that's kind of typical to our crafting arsenal of goodies. All right, so first I do shout outs because I get everybody on board with me to say hello. And then we are going to jump in and meet my very first guest. So let's start with shout outs. Now, if you're a first timer, please put first timer. Oh, wait, I got a couple of things to do. Sorry, I got the look from Danielle. It was just a glance, though. Okay, Craftober continues. Yes, we're still in Craftober. Here you can get special deals right now, all month long. Now, for the rest of the month, you get up to 20% off some top picks in our crafting world. But this is really key for tonight, including the products you're about to see. We have 5 flex on all of our crafting goodies that ends tonight at midnight. That is not extended till the end of the month. So if you want to really stock up and use our flex pay, it's really easy. If you have a major credit card, you purchase the item, it comes right away, but we spread your payments out over 5 months. Also remember, if you hit $75, and I don't know, you could shop for beauty earlier or clothing or cookware or whatever. Once you spend $75 on shipping, everything else ships for free, but you got to get it all in before midnight because that resets itself. That's another good thing. The third thing, which is really awesome, is our extended return policy. Right now is the best time to test and try HSN. Flat out, because you have until the end of January next year to send it back. And yes, we will refund your money. So I always say it's the perfect time if you're new to HSN to try our products, because you get a long testing window. All right, so we talked about this. Shop the stream. You want to talk about this? This is so neat. This is a recent development. All right, if you want to find just us, you type in the search engine, HSN Gets Crafty. It takes you to the show, which is really cool, live or repeat. Then, if you're on your computer, right there is where you can click and actually shop for the products you'll see in our show. And then that last thing, which we're going to go over again. Are you showing my notes? My horrible handwriting?
No.
Let's roll it one more time, because that did go fast. Because when you're on your iPad or on your tablet or on your phone, we will have a link up there constantly that you can click on, but you won't have to leave the experience. So here's some products we had last week. Okay, if you're on your computer, that's how you're going to shop with us. If you're on your phone or your tablet, that's how you're going to shop with us. And that'll stay up there, pinned to somewhere on there, so you can shop with us and not leave our experience. And a little heads up, because we've had things, last week, remember our butterflies? They completely sold out during the show itself. We had a butterfly stencil, it was really cool, and it totally sold out. All right, so let's get going. Let's say hi to everybody. So we've got Lorraine. Oh, look at all our newbies. Doris and Julie and Monica and Diane and Kathleen. Oh my gosh, and we got a new Sharpie in here. The Sharpies we've had lately are as dry as the Sahara Desert. So when they write on them, I'm always like, what? It's like, come on, I can't see that. All right, so Lorraine is here. And Anita, hi from Ohio. That is my home state, Ohio. Deborah, a warm hello from Chile. A warm hello from Chile, 34 degrees in Minnesota. Yeah, I understand people are getting hit with snow way up north, too. Darlene is watching from Illinois. She says, hi, everybody. Diane's from Texas. Sharon, hi, Suzanne. And Marie, Tonic rocks. Yes, Marie's joining me from Tonic Studios. We have a really cool item to show you, 2 items actually. Lucretia is joining me from Illinois. Hi, Lucretia. Marilyn's from Pennsylvania. Beverly's here from Cold, Tennessee. Burr. Deb, hello from Tampa, Florida. Deb is a nabe. Hi, Deb. Let's see, we have Gloria from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Cheryl from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We have Inga joining us from Virginia. Hello. Then we have Darlene from Louisiana. Deepa says cute. Oh, thank you. I hope you mean my my lazy girl braids. Carletta says hi, Suzanne. Hi, Carletta. Welcome back. Susan says hi from northwestern Wisconsin. Wanda's from upstate New York. Julie says hi. Hello. Sharon, tonic is good for whatever ails you. See, you guys are funny. I love that. Well, hello, more newbies. I call you guys my crafting cuties. So hi, Robbie and Lori and Beth and Ramona. Hey, everybody is brand new. Yeah, come on in. All right, Dee's joining us from East Texas. She says howdy. Then we have Serena joining us from Montana. Oh my gosh, Kathleen from Pennsylvania, Cheryl from Chicago. Wanda, you are so talented when you craft. Wanda, thank you. I appreciate that very much, actually. Gail, hi from Frostburg, Minnesota, where with first snow flurries today. Well, I would assume, because you have been with us for a long time, that Frostburg would indeed get the first snow flurries. If that's the name of your town, then I'm assuming that's probably true. Thank you. Pamela is here from White Bear Lake, Minnesota. Look at all you Minnesotians joining me. Hello. Polly's here. Hi, Polly. Then we have Joy. She says, hi, Suzanne from Riverdale. Hi, all. Cheers. Just poured cocktail. I am so jealous. Let us know what cocktail it is. All right, Doris and our first timers. I'm not going to repeat your name, but I want to welcome everybody's first time. Sue's from Wisconsin. She's joining me. We also have Beth from upstate New York and Felicia. She's a first timer. Anita, our first timer. Excited for tonight. Thanks for joining us. Sherry's joining us. Vicky says hello. Robbie's a first timer. Christy, always watching HSN Crafting from Sarasota, Florida. Well, hello. Daisy, okay, cutest name ever. She said, hey, Suzanne from Barstow, California, my first time watching. Well, Daisy, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Then we have Carol from Cleveland, Ohio. Bev, first timer, so excited to see what this is all about. Kathy from Cumberland, Maryland. Diana's first timer. Desiree. Hi, Desiree. I think you've been with us before, too. I know a lot of you guys are not first timers. You are my crafting cuties. Jewel, hello from Chicago. Julie, lots of first timers. That's great. I agree with you, too, Julie, because I'm so excited. And again, we're going to get to what we are supposed to do, but I like to make sure I get most people on board because some people kind of click in a little late. It's okay, but I will get to it. So everybody's first timer, hang with me. I promise it's worth hanging out for. All right, Cheryl, I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. First time to join you. Well, hello, Kathy's here. We also have Elza, I'm a newbie. Marion's here, and Marlena from Alabama, and Judy is from Michigan. She's a newbie. Rochelle's joining us from Rochelle. Come on. Rochelle from Rochelle. Well, is there a Rochelle, like Rochelle, New York? Isn't there a Rochelle, New York? If you live in Rochelle, New York, that's pretty good. Okay, then we have Karina, hi, from Wisconsin. Teresa's from LA. Patricia is joining us from Adirondacks, beautiful area. Rochelle, I've been watching in North Dakota. Okay, we have a lot. It must be snowing. You're all in. You're saying it's cold. I'm going to stay inside. Connie's from Pennsylvania. Antonia, hi, honey. She says hello. Karina says love tonic. And then we have Linda from Winter Haven. Lenine joining us from Burlington, Washington. Sherry's in Ohio, and Becky's from, oh, she says hello from, I'm not sure where that is, Becky. Let's see, is that Jana? Would you say that from Colorado? Janae? Janae? Janae. So skip the E part, Janae. 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 Beautiful name. Well, thanks, Janae. Sorry, I messed it up. Connie and Tara's joining us. Nicole's joining us from cold Indiana. Misses you. Let's see. Renee and Marion from Michigan, and Jan from Oregon, and Cindy from Northern California. Martha from Mississippi Gulf Coast. Robbie from Texas. Thelma from New York. Hi, Thelma. Eric is joining us from Long Beach, California. Oh, my gosh. Diane's from PA. Susan from Las Vegas. Hi, Las Vegians. Stacy from South Carolina. Monica from Lake Tahoe, California. I hear Lake Tahoe is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Karen's a first timer. Hi, Karen from Iowa. Kathy's a newbie too. Can't wait to see what you're going to do. Well, I hope you like it. You never know kind of what's happening. All right, I got to keep moving on. So my trusty producer, Danielle, tonight is going to keep track of my newbies. Also, Danielle, do me a favor. If anybody has something I need to see, please give me a heads up on that too, because I don't want to miss your questions. Oh, Dawn, see, I can't stop. I love saying hi. Beverly and Jeanette, first timer. Hello, Pat from New Jersey. Maddie is from Southern California. Beverly, first timer from Orlando. Mary from Georgia. Another Mary from Pennsylvania. Joy. Oh, she says it's vodka and Coke with lime, Suzanne. I'm all out of my Bacardi, LOL. Okay, I have to tell you, my favorite is vodka with Diet Coke. And if you all know what the name of that drink is, don't write it on here because it's not a good name. You don't know what it is?
I gotta look it up.
There is a new Rochelle, New York. Yes, there is. Someone's confirming that. Thank you, Jeannie. All right, so again, we do me a favor. Coletta said don't have snow, but it's 31 degrees here tonight. It's actually supposed to get chilly down here, and all of us are so excited. Thus, I'm wearing my little sweatshirt because I'm just hoping it's going to get cold. Hi, Cheryl, first timer from Pensacola, PA. Maria, a newbie from Long Island. I just want to get all the newbies. Hello, first time seeing this show. Inspired Creations by Pamela. Well, hello. She teaches art classes on Tuesday nights. Well, either you're skipping your art class or it's over. Okay, let's get started, guys. And again, sorry if I didn't get to all your comments. We will keep an eye on it. Darcy's there too. Coletta, hi Joy, I'm thinking of hot chocolate and Bailey's. Oh, see, now we're having a whole boozy conversation. That's my crafting cuties. Yeah, we know how to roll. All right, let's get started though. We love Tonic Studios. Tonic Studios has been on several times over the last, we have to do something big for our 2-year anniversary. Also, did you happen to get Leo's picture posted for me? Oh! Okay, Evelyn, who was my producer for about the first a year and a quarter, she had baby Leo, and we just got a picture update. All right, I'm looking at DeWitt, my director this week. He forgot. Okay, so we'll give you a picture next week. Yes, we will. Okay, good. But Tonic Studios has been with us almost since the beginning, and they have just really creative ideas, and they do really creative, cool stuff. So let me kind of show you this. This is a favy. Now we actually have a brand new item to go with it. We have 2 items we're going to show you. This one we featured 1,000,000 years ago, but between 1,000,000 years ago and today, you and I and everybody who's watching, if you've seen any of our craft days, have purchased a whole lot of dies. I mean, I have tons of them. Now, I don't know about you, but I am the messiest crafter on the face of the earth. In fact, if you go to my Facebook page and scroll way back, you'll see, it looks like just everything has just exploded. I end up working in the smallest little spot. Now, if you know anything about dies, they come in big, small, and then little teeny dies. Ones where you're doing little eyes, little faces, and little snowman's nose and all that stuff. And those are the easiest things to lose. And I end up throwing them away because they're under piles of junk. Well, Tonic Studios realized we were all suffering from the exact same problem. We all can relate to losing a die, which they're kind of expensive. So they have solved it. Our first time we're going to talk about is this one right here. And it is our Tonic Studios Crafters Magnetic Die Stand. And I want you to see it. It's nice and big. All right. And then I'm going to show you what I did. And then we're going to get into it. We have a second item we're going to talk about in a couple of minutes. And that's the new die storage binder bundle, which again, to me, these just absolutely go hand in. One keeps them all stored and organized. This one keeps them all at right where they need to be, handy for you. All right, let's bring on one of my favorite guests in the whole wide world, Miss Marie from Tonic Studios. Marie, welcome back. It is so good to have you here again.
Hi, thank you for having me. Good to be here.
And tell everybody what you're going to do after you're done with this.
I'm going to go stuff my face with chocolate when I'm done here.
And I asked her why.
Best way to de-stress and wind down for the night.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, Marie, so let's get into this.
And it's Halloween season, so there's all the Reese's peanut butter cups in the house. So.
Oh, if it were my house, they wouldn't be in the house. Like, they'd be gone already. I'd have demolished them.
Right?
Okay, so tell us kind of Tell us kind of the before and after. Like, how did you guys come up with this, and what was the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Tonic was pretty much thinking of us as crafters, always having stuff all over our desk. And like once you start crafting, you think it's organized. And then when you get into it, you lose your pieces. It's under the paper here and there. And so this die stand to have on your crafting desk is just a lifesaver. So I know you've already held it up and showed it a little bit, but here it is. It's a really fantastic little product here. Very durable, and it can hold a ton of dies. So I'm going to switch you to my overhead camera and open this up and just show you what I've got inside. So it's like a big folder. And like I said, the fabric is really durable here. It's almost like a canvas type fabric. And this here where it opens, this is really durable, so it's not going to wear and tear as much. But this whole area here, if you can see on my screen, this is all magnetic. So if you like to use dies to do die cutting and crafting and stuff, this is perfect for holding everything together. Now I've got this big die set here. This is another one from Tonic, but it's got all of these little pieces. You can go ahead and take them off the sheets that they come on and just stick them on your die stand, because they're gonna just stay there. It's magnetic, so it's not coming off. Or sometimes if you want to keep them in order the way they come in the packaging, you can always just throw the whole package here on your die stand. They're going to be in order the way you want them, but you can take them off, die cut with them, and then throw them back on, and it's going to stay right in place. One of the other cool things is it is a stand. So I don't know if you can kind of see from my overhead camera, but when you open it up, you can stand it up. It kind of catches here on this little edge, and you have a stand that you can put in front of you on your desk, and you can see all of your pieces as you're crafting and just grab the pieces that you need and put them back. And it's a really great piece for all of your die losing problems in your craft room.
Well, it's really funny too, because I got to tell you, we do have a lot of great die kits here at HSN, and we're going to talk about those next. Actually, when we wrap up with Marie, it's going to be part of our technique night, our Tuesday technique. But what cracks me up is we have the greatest die sets, but some of them have the little teeniest dies, and I know you can relate to it. I know right now you're saying, you're nodding, going, yeah, I get it. And you know, you're looking for that little teeny heart die, and you're like, oh, daggone it, and you realize, like, and then what happens is, because they're all over the place, if you've got multiple die sets out, you can't remember where they went back to. You're just like, oh my gosh, what's that? And then you're digging, trying to find that one die you've got to use a couple different times. So I'll show you mine. So I've got mine propped up. Now, here's what I think is super cool too. I brought these dies in because I'm going to work with them as part of our Technique Tuesday, okay? But this is such a strong magnetic that I've got 1, 2, 3, and even that one I can slap on there. So if you're a sloppy crafter like I am, you can literally, you just might be doing something and you just pop it on. And what's really nice, and then it's right there. And you know what I really like, Marie, is the fact that it is at an angle. Because if it was flat, it's just not as easy. You're kind of digging around. When it's right in this position, and guys, I'll show you, you're going to work with it like this. You just, boom, I've got it. And then you just slap it back on there, and now you're doing 12 more things. You go, oh, I need this little circle. Oh, got it. Oh, wait, this one fell off under the table. Now I've secured it again. So I really love that it has this perfect angle.
Yeah, it is really great for that. If you go ahead and you set it on your desk right in front of you, it's almost like, I like to think of it as the size of your laptop. So it's almost like a laptop screen right in front of you, but you've got all your dies on it that you can go ahead and do all the crafting with. And yeah, it's just great. And if you wanted to, you know, since it is about the size of your laptop, you can go ahead and you can fold everything in there. Nothing's falling out when you pick it up. Nothing's going to shake loose. You can fold it up, put it into your little tote bag, go to your friend's house and do some crafting there. Another thing that's really great is if you want to add some cardstock as well, if you're on the go, put that in there, fold it up, and you're ready to go do some crafting at your friend's house or at a class or a crop or something. So it's really great. It doesn't take up much room at all. It's really thin. It's almost like a laptop size. So if you think of it that way, it'll fit in most of those bags that you can just transport it with.
Joy says, adore Tonic. Hi, beautiful Marie. Coletta says, hi, Marie. So people are shouting out to you, Marie, which is lovely. Wanda says, hello, Marie.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Tonic. Roxanne says, Tonic is the best. Beautiful dies and Nouveau drops. She loves the Nouveau drops. Tammy says, I've got one of those. I love it because I can literally toss my dies to it on my desk. Yeah, you guys want to see? We could do a die tossing contest. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. We'll go live. I'm going to toss live. So here we go. Here it is. So here we are. Literally. So if you're like me, I'm always somewhat like a very disorganized crafter. Yeah, right, there we go. It's there. It's almost going to toss if I didn't have other dies on there. But basically, you just go like that. And I've got, that's on top of 1, 2, 3 other dies. And it just stays put. So this is awesome because that is just such a perfect angle. And I will also mention, if you don't have this, you're going to love the quality. Oh, you're doing the die tossing. See, they stick right on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
wait,
got
how
some
much
little
is it?
ones here. I'm just throwing all
That's so
that.
cute. You're doing great in die tossing. All right, so here's the price. It's $30.72. Now remember, up until midnight tonight, we have 5 flex pays. So you can get this home with any major credit card. Listen to this, $6.14, and you pay it off in 5 months, but it does come right away. So awesome. Coletta says that's a nice option to just lay the whole package die set on the stand. I agree with that very much. Let's see. Cheryl said, I just got the big carousel die set. Now that has a load of dies. Yeah. Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, can you keep that one up there for me? That one,
Yeah.
DeWitt, who is sometimes my producer, sometimes my director. He has multiple jobs here. We have a segment coming up that I've named it DeWitt Tries Crafting. And so he said, what should I try to make? And I said, try to make that kit right there. So we're going to see my finished project is back here somewhere. Is it still here? The one I finished? No, it's right. Yeah, it is. I'll show you my finished project. We'll show DeWitt did a project of his own using that kit. But that's a great example of a whole bunch of dies, Marie.
Yeah, this is a really like a fantastic piece to have on your desk. Like I use it all the time. And another thing, like if you lose a die under your paper or something, just wave it over your desk and see if you can pick up those dies if you lost it.
That's a great idea.
Magic.
That's so smart. So Coletta says, I looked for a lost tiny die all evening last Christmas craft season.
Yep.
Finally found it. She finally found it on the bottom of her sock.
Oh no.
Janet says, I bought this die stand last time. It was aired. It was very helpful keeping me from losing dies. You know how they can just disappear like socks in a dryer. Totally true. And then it drives you crazy because you're like, oh, wait, I need that one little, snowman nose die, and it's missing.
Yep. The teeny tiny
Carlita
ones.
says she
Those
really
are the
needs
ones
one of
that
these.
get
What? I'm sorry, what did you say, Marie?
I was just saying the teeny tiny dies, those are the ones that get away from you.
Okay, so Renee Sorg said, always nice to see my lovely daughter, LOL. Does that make sense?
Aw. That's my mom.
Oh, so it is your mom. Oh, Renee.
Yeah, it's
Thanks
my mom.
for tuning in.
Hi,
That is
Mom.
so cute. Wanda says, great invention
Mom.
with a heart, which is awesome. I make sure I get everybody's comments too. Joy says, I have this kit and love it. Okay, so yeah, I think that it just, again, it's a super big space. It's very lightweight. And something else that you had mentioned that I love, guys, because these are all, on my Technique Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of die ideas, like trying to take us to a new level on hopefully interesting ways to use dies. But when I got ready to come into the studio, and remember this is open sides, but it doesn't matter. I have these packed in there, and look how thin it is. Look at that, isn't that awesome? So for me, if you're gonna go to a crop, or maybe you're gonna go to a friend's house, I'm gonna do some Christmas card crafting with friends of mine as a group. And if you're gonna go anywhere, it's so good. Or here's the other thing. If you're, let's say, doing a big scrapbook layout for maybe a wedding or pictures of something, and you have specific dies you're using, or maybe multiple Christmas cards and you're going to make a whole bunch of the same thing, or even if you're making tags or whatever, even if you can't finish it, it's so nice to have all those dies you pulled out when you're done with the project for tonight and you need to put it away until you come back to it a week from now. Everything's right there ready to go. So again, I think this is so brilliant. And again, first time we aired it, which is a long time ago, we did not have 5 flex pays. All right, so Marie, let's move on to the second piece of this. And this is brand new tonight. We have not had this on the air the last time, but it's a perfect companion piece to go back to this. So here we go. The next item up is $44.99, and it's on 5 flex for only $9. This is the medium ring binder die case. Now what you're getting is 6 of the clear plastic sleeves. You also get 6 of the magnetic holders. And once again, with 5 flex till midnight tonight, you can get this home for $9. Now Marie's going to show you this, but I want you to know it can hold more than the original 6 that you get with our exclusive configuration. If you want refill, which is another 6-pack, highly recommend it. It's 129-0299. So for refill packs, 129-0299. Okay, very good, Marie. Let's see the latest from Tonic Studios.
Yeah, so this is their medium ring binder die case. And I'll just open this up here and let you guys see. This is a binder that you can store your dies in. So I've got all of these little pages. You get these little page protectors, these little pockets here. They come with a 6x6 square of just, it's a magnetic sheet, really. It's kind of flexible. So you can put your die sets on here and slip them into your pockets, and then go ahead and store all of these. You can zip it up, put it on your shelf, and then it's got this handy little, if you can see there, handy little spine where you can write down what's inside. So you can write down all of the die sets you have in there. So in this one, I've got some bold cap alphabet dies. I've got some sentiment strips. I can write that on the spine, and I'll easily know when I go to my shelf which one to grab if I'm looking for something specific. And it holds so much.
Now, do me a favor, if you will, Marie, show after, you have 6 in there right now, right?
Yep, I have 6 in there. These are not full yet.
Can you show them how much more room we have to put more in?
Yeah, so this is what comes with it. But if you look at the little ring here, there's so much more room. You can put a ton more of those sheets in there. So if you got that refill that you can grab, if you wanted to grab that, you get all of these more sheets, and it's so easy to just put them in. And then you've got a lot more room to put even more dies in there. So I've got this one full. I've got another one full.
This is going to make you laugh, so hang on one second. Carletta wrote, my cats carry things off. I could close my project up and they can't carry things off with them.
There you go.
Can you imagine cats walking around with your dies? That would be kind of funny. And you know, it did, now let me, so you can double-side it. Why don't you show them that?
Yes.
It's magnetic
So
on both sides.
I put dies on both sides. So it's not just one set for each sheet of magnet. This is one sheet, and I've got dies on both sides. And I really like putting my nested shape dies in here. They're just easy to flip through and grab the one that I want. Or these little, stitched leaves or things, I can just go ahead and add them. So easy to take out and put back in. And you don't have to worry about losing all of those little dies and wondering how's the best way to store them, because this is it. You can just go ahead and zip it up. It zips all the way around. So even if something does shake loose in there, it's going to be right in your case, and you're not going to lose it as you grab it off the shelf or you carry it around your craft room and all of that.
Now, I suppose you could take the magnetic piece out and use it as a sleeve for a lot of other stuff.
Yes, absolutely you can. So this one's all full. I filled that one up, but this one, I just put those extra ones in. I'll show you here. That's so easy to pull out that little magnetic sheet. They do kind of stick together because they are all magnet, but they're easy to pull apart. They've got this little notch here where it's easy to just grab that magnetic sheet and pull it out if you want to. And then if you want to use the pockets for things other than dies, you can put stamp sets in there.
That's great.
It can hold several stamp sets. So if you have a stamp set that has coordinating dies, you can put those together. And you can also put, in this one, I slipped in some 6x6 papers.
Of course,
so since it's a 6x6 pocket, so you can put your 6x6 papers in here along with your dies. Load up this binder if you want to take it somewhere to do crafting on the go, or if you want to keep some of your themed items together, like papers and stamps and dies that all fit in a theme, you can definitely go ahead and just throw that all in here.
Again, this could also be very specific project driven. You might be making a gazillion Christmas cards, and you've got your favorite papers, you got your favorite stickers. If you guys got the Crafter's Companion, Say It With Style, when you go to stamp and die, cut the dies, you get like 50 little saying tags or whatever at a time. And so for me, I'd love to actually put all the sayings in there and get those organized, because you get so many of them at once when you use that system. It's not like you're just die cutting one saying or quote or sentiment.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Great way to be organized. And one thing I like about the binder is it's magnetic, just like this little magnetic stand. So if you want to take anything out of your binder and throw it on your magnetic stand, that's easy to do too. If you had both of them, so just take it off, throw it on your stand while you're working, and then when you're done, just like grab the whole sheet and put it back into your thing.
Now, can you imagine how insanely Oh, they all stuck. That's funny. That's how good that magnet is in there. Okay, a couple people. You guys want the refills. The refills are $9.99. Also, I want to say hi to TT and Mary and Darcy. They're first timers. So welcome my new crafting cuties. Love to have you. The refill item number, once again, here we go, is 129-0299. And who's social tonight? Jessica? We don't know. We have a mystery social person tonight. We have no idea.
No one's responding to me.
Oh, really? Okay, dear social person, whoever. Yeah, they're there. Someone's there. We just don't know who it is. Well, whoever is on my social team tonight, if you could put up that item number, 129-0299. The refills are $9.99, and again, up till midnight tonight. That's 5 flex pays. So what? $2 and something. So get as much refills. Also, Marie, they want to know the exact dimensions of the outer book.
Of the outer book? Let me grab my
Yeah, they want to know if you can fit 5x7 dies in those pockets. 5x7s.
Oh, okay. So the outer book, if you have it all zipped up, it's about 8 by 9. And the pocket itself, let me go ahead and take this out. If you want to know the pocket, you can add, let's see, it's 6 1/4, I would say, by about 6 1/4. So it's a little bit bigger than 6 by 6. So it easily slips in these 6 by 6 squares, but you could probably get away with putting something in there that peeks out a little bit.
Well, this is the one gal's asking. So Sue is asking, can you fit a 5x7 die? So can you get a 7-inch height in that sleeve before you hit the zipper?
Let me see. Let me just put my ruler in there.
Yeah.
So here is 7 inches right here. Yeah. And I do have a little bit of room, before the zipper. So I'm going to see if I can.
You're going to try to find one? Okay. I think it'll work. I mean, you can always try. Roxanne, you guys are cracking me up tonight. Roxanne said, I have way too many today's special dies for a folder. Can you create a cabinet? We need a magnetic cabinet.
I'll talk to Tonic. Maybe they're on it already. Who knows?
I'm telling you, too. If anybody has this, we have the most amazing die kits here at HSN, and boy, some of them come with a gazillion pieces.
So let's see, the backing on this is 7 3/4. This cardboard backing. I'm sticking it in the pocket. I'm going to see if it'll zip up.
She's doing it for you, Sue.
Drum roll.
We're a full service. Yay!
It zips up. It fits.
There you go, Sue. You can put longer things in there.
Yeah.
All right, so we've answered that one to make sure. Guys, we did a link right there.
7 3/4.
Our mysterious social person put a link. Who is it? Lauren's doing tonight. Hi, Lauren. Lauren put a link up there for the refills, guys. She just commented as HSN. So there we go. I want to make sure I get everybody. Don't you buy? We did that. Joy said, LOL, yes, a crafting cabinet. We're agreeing the crafting cabinet would be a good idea. And again, really strong magnets. And if you've never had one of Tonic Studios organizers like this, you're going to really love the quality of the exterior. Thank you and the team from Tonic, because they're really, you can tell it's heavy duty. Like, these are meant to, you don't have to baby them. They're not wimpy little barely stitched things.
No. The zipper is very durable. And the outside, it's like a nylon canvas kind of feel. And you can tell it's got like another layer inside of a nice material too, and even some padding. It's a little bit padded. So it's very durable. It's not going to wear out on you quickly at all. It's got lots of really durable stitching. And I love that you can even write on the side what you have in there. So you don't have to go open all your binders to find that one set that you're looking for.
And Marie, the thing about the dies and stamps and all the stuff that we love to collect, for me, once it's out of sight, it's kind of out of mind. And also, if I don't have things that are clear or almost clear, I tend not to even remember I have them. If it's in a box, you might as well forget about it, right? So I think what's nice about this whole system is, one, you don't lose your dies. If you pick up this and you're working with any dies, great for moving around with them, room to room, whatever, or if you're going to go craft somewhere else. Yeah. The other thing I love about it is with this, when you buy these great sets, they're all at the same place. And so now when you see it, you can use it. And once you get, if you're not very organized, organized with your dies, it changes everything. You'll start to use them a lot more than you ever thought you would, simply because you have quick, easy access to it. And I think that's very, very true when it comes to crafting. So great way to get organized.
Yeah,
all right, Miss
absolutely.
Marie, I am going to say, price for both. Let's go. There's Miss Marie. All right, so here we go. The first kit, which is the one right here, remember this is kind of like an artist with a canvas. You just throw your dies on there. That's how it sits, and it goes really, really flat. That one is $30.72, and again, 5 flex means you can get it home for right around $6, and you pay it off in 5 months, which is awesome. The second piece, which we showed you, the basically kind of the 6x6 die magnetic holder, is $44.99 with 5 flex. Thanks for doing that, Marie. 5 flex. The refills are $9.99, and I would recommend if you're going to get that, just to grab maybe a set or 2 extra refills, because don't you agree, Marie? It's a game changer when you can find and see, and then you'll use your dies so much more.
Yeah, it really is. It's frustrating when you want to sit down and relax and craft, and then you have to go find everything. So if you know where it is and it's organized, it just makes it so much easier, so much more fun in your craft room.
I love it. All right, Marie, it's great to have you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, as always.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Bye, Marie's mom. All right, so we're going to continue on, guys. What I'm going to do in this next segment, and we'll get to it in just a minute, is I'm going to call it a Technique Tuesday. And we're going to stay with this whole die theme. And I'm hoping to show you some ideas that maybe you haven't seen before, but also as I'm doing my ideas with you, I'd love you to share your ideas with others online, and we'll try to have this fun little moment together. But first, DeWitt, who is my sometimes producer, sometimes director, but always very enthusiastic about our show on Tuesday nights. He is the ultimate cheerleader. He decided that he was going to attempt to craft. And you saw Marie with the little, kind of a little house-looking thing. I'll show you my finished project. It's right there in a moment. But we're going to see how DeWitt, my fabulous producer/director, did when he was working with it. So roll it, DeWitt.
Well, hi, crafting cuties. Normally I'm behind the camera, but after 2 years of being exposed to the crafting world, I've decided it's time to give it a shot. I'm going to start today with just a very simple card. So I'm thinking about using this stamp here and then trying to cut that door out. We're going to see how that works out.
Time to do this.
For a first go, I'm quite satisfied. Key here really is care, patience. I'm thinking this is pretty much it. This is the front of my card. I'm going to die cut the door. I'm going to do something special with that. And then once that's done, we're going to move on to the inside of the card. Well, that's ever so problematic. This was my first go. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I can see my mistakes. I can see the foibles. Suzanne, how'd I do?
DeWitt, you did great. And here it is. He made us our own Crafting Cuties card. There is the final. Oh, I see. Zhuzh the inside. I get it. Did you take a second sheet? Okay, what'd you do?
So what I did was, I didn't think about, and every third grader can tell you markers bleed. And I panicked. And I didn't die cut in the end. I razor cut that door. That door is
here.
It's an antique, so it's one of those doors that doesn't open so smooth.
Oh, I see. It's right there. There we go.
And I found the perfectly imperfect stamp that went inside there, which I think fit it well.
Oh, cute. All right. So, gang, how do you think you did? DeWitt's very first crafting project. Now, I'll show you what ultimately it can make. It's a 3-dimensional house. So what it does make, and I'm going to give you the item number for this kit. I haven't finished this one. We did it as a project a couple weeks ago, which was a lot of fun. But here's your item number if you're interested. It is once again from our friends at Tonic Studios, so you picked a good one. It's the Enchanted Cottage Stamp and Die Set, and the item number is 1326473. So it's 1326473. The stamps he used, unfortunately, are sold out right now, but if you want to get this incredible set, this is it, and it is crazy. You get all the dies, and you get the stamps to make all of it. Like, it's super cool, and you make these really neat boxes, and they open up, so you can do treat boxes, or what I love to do is if you're going to to open up any area in here, you could put a little electric tea candle inside here and it would look like it was glowing. So you can have a lot of fun with this kit. And there it is. We featured it, what was it, 2 weeks ago? Maybe 3 weeks ago? There it is. And do you want the item number one time maybe? I'll give it to you one more time. It is 132-6473. I don't know the price of it right now because that was kind of a surprise thing. Great job, DeWitt, yay! I can't wait to see what he does next time.
Wait, can I do this? Yay me!
Yay, DeWitt! Do we have a lot? DeWitt did it. All right, we got to read him. This is his moment. Myrna said you did great. Debbie says, nice work, DeWitt. Pamela, love your jacket, DeWitt. Your card is perfect. And I'm telling you, someday we'll have DeWitt just take a picture of his closet because every single suit he wears or outfit he wears are amazing. They're all that bright and there. And it's one of my favorites. Every time I come in, I can't wait to see what he wears. And you rarely repeat.
Yeah, not too often.
No, not too. No. Really, he doesn't. He has quite the wardrobe. All right, he has the best blazers. We all agree. Carletta says, great job, DeWitt. Julie says, you did great. Joy says, wow, gorgeous. Just line the inside. Pamela says, love your jacket, DeWitt. Your card is perfect. Debbie said, nice work, DeWitt. Myrna said he did a great job. Susan, awesome job. Tammy, OMG, DeWitt, crafted all over his jacket. I love him. Carlotta says, love it, DeWitt. Jean said, great. Lenine said he did a great job. Janet, you did great for your first time, DeWitt. Keep crafting. Yeah, you guys are all so encouraging. That's awesome. Roxanne, give you a thumbs up. Antonia says, great job. Betsy said, great first time, DeWitt. I love the suit. Kathy said, great job, DeWitt. Julie said, LOL. Marie, love it, DeWitt. Brenda, anyone have an idea about Sweet 16 birthday cards? Well, I might help you on that one. And Carol says, way to go. And Brenda says, way to go, DeWitt. All right, there we go. So that was DeWitt. Now, and he did a great job. You're so cute. He had to work hard on that, and he videotaped it and edited it. It's a lot of work. All right, so I have nicknamed the show Technique Tuesday because what we're going to do is I'm going to dive into some techniques that you can do with dyes, since that's been kind of our theme tonight. And so let me grab my little pile of stuff, and I'm going to walk you through. How much time do I have? Less than 20. Okay, so we're going to try to go through a ton of dyes. Now, a lot of you have been crafting for a long time, and I totally recognize that because of your comments, but I kind of like to do, hopefully, new techniques maybe you haven't thought of, but I will cover some basics just for people who maybe are new, because I think part of our team is like DeWitt. We're trying to encourage people to join this fun and be a crafting cutie and get creative. So I'm going to start out with just real basics with a dye. So again, I know for some of you, you're going to be like, oh, Suze, that is so basic. Now, notice the beautiful thing is I am finding everything on here. So all the dyes I wanted to work with, I was able to easily bring in. So, all right, if you were using just a basic dye, you're going to grab a dye and you're going to, you have to have some kind of a form of a die cutting unit. Now, I use the Marquis a lot, but for one of my techniques, I needed something a little bit wiser. This is actually the unit from Sizzix, and I do love it. Now, most of the time, you have a piece of paper, and you're going to stick the die down on it. You're going to put it through plates, run it through, and this would cut out a circle. So my first trick that I'm going to show you is something a little bit different. What I'm going to do in this trick, and by the way, I really love, I never say it white, washi tape, because it holds things but doesn't over stick them. So I'm actually going to offset this a little different. So instead of just doing a regular old circle like you'd normally think, I'm actually going to put it on the corner of the front of my card. And I'm going to run it through my machine, and then I'll show you my first kind of technique, sort of to think out of the box a little bit when you're working with dyes. So I run it through, come back out the other side, because I'm going to need this over and over again. And when I pop it out, what happens is the shape that's left, and again, I probably ripped that a little too fast, but you kind of get the idea. Now, what I'm doing is I'm taking a piece of just regular printed paper, and I'm going to tuck it up inside here, and I would normally stick that on there, right? And then look what happens. And again, I got a little smudge there, but see what happens? Now, that is just one really quick, different idea. Obviously, I would embellish it. I'd put a bunch of stuff up here. I would do stamping. But see, just using this circle in an unusual shape gives you a completely different look to a card front. So I just think, again, I'm going to start basic, and then we're going to get a little more complicated here in just a second. So just fun though. And I love doing this segment because I think it helps you look at your dyes in a different light. And again, I have concentric circles you can see here. You could do literally thousands of products with just these concentric circles. It's amazing. And again, I'm not going to lose any of them because there's like, 10 10 of them right there because, of course, of my Tonic Studio magnetic board. So that's just one really quick, fun idea. Think different about where you're going to use circles or any of your dies, any of your shapes. Okay, now, this next one I'm going to show you, it's got kind of two parts to it. So what happens is this is a die, and I really love it, and I'm honestly not sure where it came from. I'm sure it's from HSN, but it looks like this. Now, what you do when you have a die like this is, I'm just going to reuse this piece. Again, this one is going to cut out inside. So when you cut it and you run it through, it's going to turn out like this, okay? Which is great. It's not going to cut it completely out. But what I love is, again, you put a piece of paper underneath there behind it, and you know, really quick, easy. Makes a quick, easy card fun. I could put a ribbon, I'd put a saying up here, what have you. But I want to show you a different technique. Now, you can take this same piece, and what you do is you're going to get a piece of paper, and you can do this. Now, you can use your dies as a stencil. And again, I would take this and I would tape it down. Now, when I did my experimental stencil, and again, I'm going to use my Crafter's Companion inks here. So when I was doing this at home and I was using it just as a stencil, this die is pretty darn thick, okay? Which is great, it's fine. It's pretty thick. But what I found is it kind of turned out like this, so you really couldn't see the image too well. So what I did is I actually cut out of paper, just paper, another version of this. And then what I did is I used this as my stencil as opposed to using the actual die itself. So take your dies, cut them out with a thinner piece of paper, and then you can actually stencil much easier with it. Now, this is kind of my bang for my buck on this one. With this concept, what I love is not only to use it as a stencil, but you'll see in just a second, hang with me everybody, and if I'm missing any comments, Danielle, please let me know, okay? Let's see, let me get some color in here. Dee wrote, designing with DeWitt for segment name. Oh, that's awesome. That is a good idea. We'll have DeWitt be up and crafting in no time. All right, what I really like about this, I'm gonna do one more color as quick as I can, is once again, look at your dies differently. They don't always have to be just for, you know, doing die cutting. You can look them for stamping. You can do all this kind of cool stuff with it, right? So I'm just going to kind of finish this up because I don't want to run out of time and I want to get to all my ideas. All right, so there we go. So now what happens is not only that looks pretty cool, right? But what I love is now I would just trim this up and finish off the corners. And now this is an embellishment I can put on any of my cards, scrapbook pages, or what have you. So again, it does this traditionally. We can do this, which is but I really love this because it's kind of got this airbrush look. And then, of course, I can use what's left over in another card. So yay, right? Okay, one die, 3 different ways, all right? That's pretty cool. Moving on, I'm going to try to get to all of them. I want you guys to really enjoy these segments and get a lot out of them. All right, so that is idea number D. All right, next idea up. This one's fun. All right. This is considered a Slimline die. So if you're familiar with Slimline cards, they're really long and they fit in business size envelopes and they're all the rage. It's really, really fun to do Slimline cards, but I want you to see what you can do with this, not necessarily just being a Slimline card. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to cut this out and I'm gonna take a pencil and just make a really nice little light mark, not a heavy mark, but just a light mark. And I'm gonna do right about here and here. So I'm going to cut that so I get the correct size paper. And cut. One more cut. And cut. All right, so now typically, as we all know, we're going to go through our die. You put this down first. By the way, if you're new to dies, this is called making a sandwich. And you put this down next. In this case, I'm not going to tape it down. Well, I will. Sometimes I get really lazy and don't want to tape it down, and then I mess it up, and then I have to do it again. So I'm like, okay, just tape it down the first time. I'm gonna crank it through. Now, this is what you typically do with this die, right? You're like, okay, that sounds great, whatever. Kind of get that, right? Well, now what I'm gonna show you is you take it, and again, I also have from We Are Memory Keepers a really cool like scoring tool that allows me to get really neat, sharp lines. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but it is unbelievably cool. But I'm going to do mine the quick and easy way. Finish that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in half like this. And Again, I would use my scoring tool to make it really neat and pretty and finish that off right there. But then look what happened. This could be a card. It could be a tag on a bottle of wine. So again, it's looking at something and going, oh, wait a minute, I could totally do something different. Oh, what ink are you using? I'm using actually Diamond Press ink. This is a Diamond Press kit that came with a whole bunch of inks, and you get the little dauber with a whole bunch of those little Velcro off tabby things to it. So those are Diamond Press. I don't know if it's in stock. I don't think it is. It might have came with a Today Special, but I use it all the time. But anyway, so you see the idea? Again, we think of it this way, but something as simple as folding it in half, and you go, oh, I got a tag. I could put a hole here, put this on a wine bottle, decorate it all up, write a little quick note on it, tags for Christmas cards, which is kind of a different thought when it comes to looking at a die like this in its normal form. All right, that's another idea. Here we go. I got a couple more to share with you. The next one, okay, this one is a fun one. I really, really like this one a lot. Now this one, I'm going to utilize this die. Now a lot of people, when they see this die, you go, okay, that's great, but what else? You know, it just cuts like a frame, you know, like a picture frame or something. Aha, no, it does so much more than that. And here's what I'm going to do. Once again, I'm going to mark my little page right here. And I'm going to go here. And again, you're going to erase those. By the way, this is the, I bought pencils for last week's project. If you guys missed it, it was really cool, right? And I forgot my pencil. It's so frustrating not to have pencils. We were laughing last week because I needed a pencil and I had to go, you know, you only have pencils if you have kids in your house, right? And I was laughing because I was like, I have no pencils. So to do last week's project, I had to buy darn pencils. I'm going to go to here. And then we're going to cut it across there. I'm pretty close. Okay, so here's my sheet. Now watch this. I'm going to fold this one in half. Once again. And again, if I was being really nice and neat and slower, I would get my scoring tool out and make it all nice and neat. But hey, we're friends and we craft together. All right, so now here's a trick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Now what I want you to watch, this is important, is I am going to offset this on this edge. See what I'm doing right here, guys? I'm not doing it right in the center. I'm actually moving this edge out. Now why am I doing that? Because I want this to stay as a card. So whatever's not on top of the paper isn't going to cut. So I'm going to put it right there. And in this case, I absolutely want the three other edges to be part of this little ruffle. So let me tape this down. And again, I highly recommend washi tape or washi tape, because I say it wrong all the time, simply because it's will keep your project in place. And in this case, you don't want it to slide around. So again, let's run it through. Let's see the magic happen. It's going to be a little thicker. And also it's an easy way to make a quick card, I can tell you that. All right, here we go. Yeah, stay with me, everybody, because I got one I'm hoping is going to blow your mind in just a minute. All right, so here we go. So look what happened. Ta-da. Now, I hope you all like this one. I need a little applause on this one because I thought this was kind of clever. Oh, thank you, Danielle says, girl. She's like, they're like, bless your little ego, Suzanne. Good God. Look how cute that is. See, so now, how many times do you have a card and you're like, oh, and typically when you see a die like this, a lot of us, especially if you're new, only see it as, well, it's going to make a square that size. When in reality, you double it over, and all of a sudden now you have this really cute lacy card. Isn't that cute? And it's not just lacy on the front and straight in the back. It went through both layers. So there you go. Yet another idea. We like that one, huh? All right, good. All right, here we go. I've got some more. So that was that one. All right, now, this is the trickier one. And I hope you really, really love it. All right, so this next die, this is from Anna Griffin. It's one of her fabulous, extremely intricate dies. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take, let me see if it's gonna fit. Oh yeah, it'll work great. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. Now watch this sheet, what I'm gonna do. Typically, because of course I don't have it with me, do we have a ruler? We had a ruler here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's one. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Watch this. Now make a very, very light mark, okay? I'm gonna make sure this is gonna work. I think it's going to work. I'm going to have to go with a new piece of paper. No, I'll make it work. All right, so we're going to go here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put the ruler in the center of this. Now you're going to make a really, really light mark, like right there, and right there, and right there, and right there. Okay, so look at this space. I've got the space right here, okay? So just remember that when you see me do this, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it about... See how I want to do this. I'm going to line up that dash right here in the middle of this. See what I'm doing right here? That matches to that dash. Now I'm going to tape this down. I'm working so fast I'm losing my tape. Hang with me. It's worth it. This one's a goodie. At least I think so. Okay, got that. And I've got this side. All right, now, see where my little lines are. Let's remember that while we do this, all right? Now we're going to get our cutting machine. Now what I'm going to do, now this takes a little bit of play. What I'm going to do is watch what I'm doing here. See where those lines are? I'm only going to put my cutting plate up to where that line is right there. So what's going to happen, I'm going to put it right there. Okay, guys? So I've got a plate down below. I have this halfway to my Anna Griffin die, and then you can see the plates right here where my little line mark was. Now we're going to run this through the machine. Oop, don't slide. Come on, baby. Hang on. One of hands. Okay, we'll run through the machine. There we go. All right, I'm going to take it back. All right, now we've done part one, okay? Come on, paper. I don't want to tear it. It's an intricate die. I probably could use a little bit heavier paper on this. But I want to make it work because you guys you'll get the idea. Okay. Come on, let go. Don't rip. Don't you dare. This is such a cool idea. I don't want to mess it up. All right, there we go. I saved it. Okay, so see what happened, everybody? Now wait, now watch. Oh, it gets better. Hold on. This gets better, believe it or not. All right, now we're going to do the opposite side of this. So once again, remember that other mark I had right here? So there's a mark right there and there. I'm going to do the same kind of concept. Let me get these little papers out. All right, and once again, I'm going to line up this. Make sure I do this right. With the halfway mark on this other side where I made that mark, okay? And then once again, we're going to tape it down. Yeah, this is definitely more intricate. And we're going to half cut it again. I am the mess. I told you, I am literally the messiest crafter on earth. Do you notice too, I flung all my dies over there. I didn't put them back on the board. Do you notice? Everybody at home's like, hello, you've got the board right there, just use it. All right, now we're going to do the same technique. I'm going to take my upper plate and I'm going to align it right there to the halfway mark on that side. Make sure I get it straight. All right, now we're going to run this half through. Come on, don't be afraid. Again, you know, you're going to have to practice. If you get once you get the idea and you start doing it, you go, oh, I totally get this. But you can always review this. All right, it's pushing back on me, so I'll make sure I get it right. All right, here we go. We're going to go through, and I'm going to go through up until I hear it stop. It just stopped, so now I know I'm over that plate. All right. It's definitely worth sticking with me. All right, here we go. Let's pop this baby out. Like I said, I probably use a little bit thicker paper only because it's going to work better. Come on, don't be afraid. Thanks for your patience, guys. You know, it's like the world of crafting. Okay, come on, baby. Because I want to show you one last little thing before we're done with this one. And if this rips, I'll just pull the one I did earlier and show you because it's the same idea. It's just these little pieces right in here. Come on, come on. I hate not being successful doing this. It's good. I did it. Okay. So there we go. Now let me show you here. What happens is, and again, when you do it at home I'll show you. This is the one I did at home, and you can see the cardstock was a lot harder. So what happens is you're going to go and with a straight knife, you're just going to clean up some of these places right here along the way. So you're going to cut that little piece off, and then you're going to cut this little piece out. So you see what I've done? I've cleaned it up so you get this straight edge. Isn't that cool? then you just erase your lines, and then you can take your stamp and put a stamped image in there. You can put ribbon around it. You can put a saying right in the middle of it. Maybe you have those pre-made sayings. But isn't that cool? So, and I thought it was one of the neatest techniques, because usually you look at this and you think, oh, I'm just going to cut out this big thing and then cut it in half. But it's really cool when you literally have it coming out of the paper, because yes, I could have cut it in half and spread it and then put another layer on it, but there's just something super cool about having it all embedded in one sheet. And then you can put whatever you want on the inside. So yes, that was my final. Is that my last? Yes, that was my final. And oh, no, one more. And I'm not going to do the whole demo, but this is with the famous washi tape. I took my washi tape, I did a whole bunch of lines of it across, and then die cut a butterfly. I did this a couple of weeks ago with a washi tape technique, and then ran it through, and look how that turned out. Isn't that fun? That's just using my little washi tape. Coletta, can you half cut with the Marquee or Gemini? Okay, that is such a good question, Carletta, a really good question, because I was half cutting with the Marquee at home because I did not want to get my bigger machines out, right? And you had to figure out where to stop and then pull it back. In fact, I half cut this with my Marquee. And with the Gemini, it should be actually easier with the Gemini because it's electronic. You just have to shift your plates. Remember, wherever the two plates are touching, it's going to cut fully through. So if you just shift your plate, it's only going to cut where the two plates meet, and then it won't cut afterwards. Now notice I went backwards when I pulled it back out because I didn't want it to go through anyway, just in case. And I could hear that second plate stop and kind of fall, and I knew that I was already cutting through what I wanted to cut. But yes, I did it with my Marquee, but you'll have to go in and kind of feel your way and then pull it out and see how far you got. And you might have to play with that. I found it was easier when you use plates like this because I could literally position that one edge exactly where I needed it to make that cut right there. Okay, does that make sense? So I hope that answered your question. Did you guys like that? Wow, I would have bought a die to do that. Game changer for sure. Thank you, Roxanne. I appreciate it. Great idea. You're worth the wait. Oh, thank you, Tammy. I really appreciated it. Cool technique from Brenda. Awesome. Pat said, so cool. I have this die. Susan says, another great idea. Anna would be proud. Thank you, Joy. I hope she would be. Julie said, that looks awesome. Joy, it's great, Suzanne. Very cool. Great ideas. Thanks, Donna. You're welcome. Suzanne, could you do this? Oh, we talked about that one. Yeah, it is a game changer, guys. Cool techniques. I'm making sure. The design is beautiful. Thank you. Love the butterfly. The butterfly was one of the coolest too. And again, if I had more time, I was going to try tonight the washi tape technique with the word love. So you just put a whole bunch of tape down. How much time do I have? Do I have time to? Do I have to wrap it up? Oh, I'm going to do it off camera just to see if it works because I was going to try it tonight. But anyway, so yeah, look how I love that. I thought that turned out so cool. And that's just using all that tape we have at home and, of course, your dies. All right, I'm getting the big fat wrap. So I got to do it. Deepa says, I learned something tonight. Good, I'm glad you did. And by the way, that same half technique, just FYI, you can do it on the front of cards, like horizontally, right onto the cards. Again, you just have to think through where your plates are meeting. And wherever they don't meet, that's where that cut's going to stop. So have fun with that one. I think you guys are going to go. I really wish we could I wish we could start a group page where people could post their ideas after the show if they've tried them at home. I wonder if we could do that. Could you guys note that somewhere?
Lauren's watching, so.
Yeah, oh, she is?
She is.
Lauren's watching tonight? Okay, Lauren, can we do that too? All right, guys, I have taken up way too much of your time tonight, but I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. I love you so much, all my crafting cuties, and all of you who are brand new. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We will be back on next week at 9:30. We're staying in our official time right for now. And I do want to mention a couple things. So 9:30 on the 25th, we'll be here again with our special guest. And I want to talk about Shop the Stream one more time, just so you can see. This is cool. This is really new for us. It only was launched maybe 3 weeks ago, and it's super cool. So what you do is you go to our crafting page and you type in HSN Gets Crafty. It will take you now to this page right here. And you can not only see a replay of the show, you can see the show live, but you also can see the products. For example, can you scroll down and see how far down we go? We did those stencils last week that were just so much fun. Oh, by the way, that's a brand new right there. That's a new stamping platform that actually DeWitt was using. That's super cool. And that's from Sizzix, and I loved it. It's a stamping/stenciling platform. That's really cool. Did we find out too if we got the adapter in? Remember the adapter that could use any stencil? We were going to try to add that to it.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know about
That is note number 2. So we got 2 notes to remember, Leo and the adapter on that thing. All right, so shop the stream. You can see everything we've seen, some stuff we still have available. And if, again, you're on with us on your computer, that's how you shop live. If you're not on your computer, you're on your phone or your tablet, you've seen this whole show right there. We have it pinned to the top. You can click that and shop for whatever you see and not leave our experience together. All right, I got to say goodnight for now. I'll be back on the air soon, and we'll be talking about lots of great stuff on HSN TV. But I will say goodnight. You know I love you so much, and I will see you on the air. And of course, next Tuesday, be sure to follow me on Suzanne Runyon on HSN, on Facebook, and then you find out all the crazy stuff I have going on. All right, love y'all. Bye.